Hello Scorpio! Today I have your love readings for you. The first reading is going to be for those that are already in a relationship, coupled up, or have an energetic connection to a specific person. So what I mean by that is you may not be in a committed relationship with this person, but you may have an energetic connection. So you may find, if you're single but have a connection with somebody, that this reading will resonate with you, or you may find that the singles reading will. The singles reading is going to be from our Wonderland Tarot. They are a little bit hard to see on this background. My apologies for that. We're going to take one Romance Angels for the coupled and energetic connections and one for Scorpio singles. And just wanted to let you guys know I've been getting a lot of queries about personal readings, and I am going to be opening up personal readings beginning next week. They will be done via YouTube private link that you'll be able to have access to for 30 days, so keep an eye out for information on that. And I heard y'all's cry yesterday about how late the Scorpio reading was in the day, and I'm still dealing with construction in my building, but thankfully not on a Saturday. So I made your end of the zodiac list the beginning today. So I hope that helps and at least makes up for y'all having to wait so long yesterday. But let's go ahead and let's start with our couples and those that are energetically connected, but only after I've already meditated on your cards and shuffled your cards. This is going to be for our couples. It's going to be for our singles. And that's our couple pile. We'll set our singles pile aside for right now. And the way this is going to work, this is past, present, future, advice, challenges, or influences, either helpful or negative, and challenges, and then outcome. We're going to go ahead and we're going to turn over our Romance Angels card so that we know what we're going to be dealing with each. So for those that are coupled or in an energetic connection with somebody, we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. So that's telling you, Scorpio, to, really let your fun side shine with your loved one. And then for singles, we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So we'll talk about that when we get to the singles. Okay, so this is for those that are coupled or in energetic connections. In the past, what we have is justice. That's fairness. So in the past, you too may have been struggling with the fact that there was not an equal give and take in the relationship. There's two potential ways that we can look at the past card. Three, actually. If this came prior to you meeting this person, you could have felt as if the relationships you had been in previously were all very one-sided, that you were not getting precisely what you needed in those relationships, and you felt very much as if it was a one-sided situation and it was something that you had to leave and move on from. If this is in the past in terms of your current relationship or energetic connection, it also could indicate that you've had to weigh your options to determine if this is a relationship that you felt comfortable being in, whether or not it was a relationship that you thought would withstand tests of time, The third potential for this past card in your relationships, Scorpio, is that something may have happened that you were beginning to jump to conclusions on. And so you realized you had to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. And before you made assumptions, you had to weigh everything very carefully and, determine whether or not you were looking at things clearly. So you had to take more of a mind view and a heart view instead of a visual view. That's why the eyes are covered. So sometimes we don't always see things clearly, and therefore we have to deliberate on things. And then there's actually that fourth item, and that is that you feel that the relationship is a little bit unbalanced. Whether you feel that you're not putting enough effort into it, or that they're not putting an effort into it, or vice versa. There needed to be some sort of balance in the relationship. Now our present card for you, Scorpio. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards, the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups. This is the herald of, the new opportunity in love. So if this is your present situation, you may just be coming to the point where you are considering moving into a committed relationship. And that's why this is listed in the present, because it's sometimes an opportunity for new love that's brought to you, or you bringing to somebody else. Sometimes it's just the fact that there's romance in the air in your relationship. A strong intimacy. You're kind of going with the flow and, seeing how things go. So it depends. If you're not currently in a committed relationship, you're probably at the point where you're about ready to express that you would like to be in a committed relationship with this person. If you are in a committed relationship, you're showing a lot of love between each other, like each of you is showing a lot of love to one another, and there's a strong kindness and intimacy here. That's beautiful. So in the future, I love this card even more. Oh my goodness, Scorpio, how awesome. You got these two cards in a reading. Was it yesterday's reading? I'm not sure. Go back and look through the Scorpio playlist. You just recently got these two cards together, actually. That's interesting. Okay. The Knight of Cups. This is the future card. So I can absolutely say with certainty that this card, for somebody who's just got an energetic connection with another individual, this card is moving you towards a committed relationship. You're going to be offering a committed relationship to somebody, and because the Knight of Cups is the most committed person in the entire deck. And you're going to be offering that to somebody else, and it looks like, very well, we'll know for sure going forward, but it looks like that's the direction that the two of you are going to be moving in. There is going to be a strong communication about your feelings, a strong communication about what it is that you want, and you're moving towards a committed relationship. If you've been in a committed relationship, you could be proposing to your loved one, or vice versa. You could be receiving a proposal. Additionally, if you're married, this just could be a renewal of your relationship, because the Knight of Cups is the true romantic. He is the romantic card of the tarot. He's the one who's like, sweeps their love off their feet, and he's just so suave. He's got all the right words, all the right actions, everything that, screams knight in shining armor, He's just amazing. Absolutely love this card. So Scorpio, that's a really wonderful card for you to have in your future. Now let's see what your advice card says. Your advice card is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very reliable, very, very steady. He moves forward with confidence. Super calm. This is a beautiful relationship, Scorpio. I hope the rest of your cards are beautiful, because this is outstanding. So the advice card, the advice for you is to remain steady, be reliable and trustworthy, be confident if you're the one who's bringing this proposal or this request for a committed relationship. Be confident. Be determined and never give up. He never ever gives up. So don't ever give up on this, Scorpio. This looks absolutely fabulous. Okay, influence. Influence is the moon. My favorite Pisces card is the moon. So you're influenced by mystery. Intuition. It's very possible that the person that you're connected with is very, very spiritual. Very spiritual and therefore mysterious to you, because you don't fully understand exactly where you're going. You don't fully understand exactly what steps you're going to be taking in the future. This is actually this could be a positive influence or a negative influence for you, Scorpio, but all the rest of your cards seem positive. So I'm going to lean on the positive side of this card at the moment. And it indicates that, you know, you're moving forward into the future. You don't necessarily know exactly where you're going, but every little step is illuminated for you. And the overall feeling of the moon card is, you know, a very powerful, quiet magic. It's like it's as if this relationship is magical, but you can't quite put your finger on it, but it's magical. It's like you've probably had a lot of synchronicities or a lot of things happen in your lives that are very similar, and so you're probably seeing a lot of that kind of synchronicity and, you know, weird stuff from the universe happening. It's very kind of magical, powerful, extremely powerful. You know, the moon is very powerful. The cycles of the moon affect so much here on Earth that, you know, you can't help but know that it's a very powerful influence on your life. So that's in my opinion, it's a good card because everything else along with it has been positive. Now your obstacle. Obstacle, Scorpio. Your obstacle is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is standing up for what you believe in, but I haven't seen any cards indicating a derogatory situation. So I believe that your obstacle here, because the Seven of Wands can often mean pushing past the competition, your obstacle here may be the fact that this other person, this mysterious person, is very magnetic and attractive and may have a lot of people that find them attractive and desirable, and that could cause some jealousy and possession. And so the obstacle could be that feeling of having to always fight for your love. But according to these cards, there is no fighting for that love. It seems to be quite beautiful and peaceful and very much committed. It's very much committed love. So this is going to be something that you're going to have to overcome, or they're going to have to overcome. Definitely would be a strong obstacle, but if you can remember that this is a very committed situation, very loving and kind and steady, that may help. And your outcome, you got a lot of water here, Scorpio. Water, 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 water. Your outcome is the High Priestess card, which is another card of intuition. Now, as that being your outcome for this relationship, I see it as a very patient, calm relationship, very, very spiritual. There's a strong emotional and spiritual connection with this relationship, Scorpio. Very strong, strong, strong connection. You may be telepathic, whether you realize it or not, with your loved one. There's a very, very strong connection and attachment. It's also very patient. It's a very patient love. Strong and determined love. It looks like this is really beautiful for you, Scorpio. You have, whether you're married to this person, whether you're in a committed relationship with this person, or whether you're energetically connected and you're moving towards a committed relationship, which I see strongly here for a good majority of you, this is absolutely beautiful. It's calm, it's peaceful, it's going with the flow, it's intuitive, there's an emotional connection, a spiritual connection. There's definitely a magnetic chemistry connection as well, if there's this element, this obstacle of jealousy and possessiveness. It's absolutely beautiful, stunning, absolutely fantastic for you, Scorpio. Wow. Okay, for Scorpio singles, I've meditated on your cards as well. Now this is for people who are not currently in any kind of relationship whatsoever, and they're hoping to meet their future someone. And these cards are going to be a little bit hard to see in the background, my apologies. This card relates your future love. This card has to do with what the attraction will be like when you meet them. This has to do with what they will be like what it'll be like at the time that you meet them. So this will be how the attraction will be, and this is what it will be like. This is your challenges. This is your helpful influences. And this is how, when, where, etc. that you're going to meet this person. So your future love, Scorpio, we have the King of Pentacles. Your future love is going to be very stable, could be a business owner, and that's, you know, whether you're a male or a female Scorpio, this future love is going to be a business owner, more than likely, very resourceful, extremely steady, very much calm and determined. They're the type of people who can make things happen in their life. Sometimes a high overachiever. We see that a lot with this type of energy. And they never give up. They never ever give up on anything. Now, what will the attraction be like? The attraction when you meet them, so we've got the Three of Pentacles. When you meet this person, it's going to feel like work. It's going to feel like work. You're going to feel like you're kind of fighting an uphill battle. Even though, like, when you are with this person, let me move these cards out of the way so they don't distract. Even though when you are with this person, it feels like you can work together and you can come up with solutions, or you can come up with a plan. You know, it's still going to feel like a little bit of work to you when you first meet them. But if you work together, that's a good thing. But that's what the attraction will be like. The Six of Swords. Now it's going to feel, when you meet this person, it's going to feel as if you finally met somebody who is going to be, it's going to be different for you. It's almost as if, Scorpio, you've had a very, very difficult past, and when you meet this person, you're going to feel like that's gone. Like you're not going to have to deal with that anymore, that you're moving into calmer waters, that you finally found somebody who fulfills you emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever the case may be, or all three. If all three, that's fantastic. Those sorts of connections don't come very often. When they do, you certainly don't want to let them go. But you're going to feel as if this person is so much different from what you used to go through with other people, that you're finally moving towards something stable, secure, and wonderful. It's going to be a little bit confusing at first because you're going to not really know where you're going. You just are feeling the sense of calm, the sense of change, the sense of something new, something that, you know, in a weird sort of way, it's almost as if when this person, and I'm going to get a little bit strange here for just a moment, Scorpio, but since you guys are so mysterious and intuitive and spiritual, I hope that those of you that are watching will understand what I'm about to say. But it's almost as if when this person comes into your energy field, you feel healed. It's like you feel like a different person. Like the past, it doesn't matter anymore. Now, when you're apart from them, you probably think about the past and, you know, weigh everything. But when you're with this person, it's almost as if that's all gone. Yeah, I don't know if that made any sense to anybody. It made sense to me. So your challenges are the Ace of Cups. Now, how is this your challenge? The Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love and happiness. It's emotional contentment. Let's take a look at your influences and then we'll look at challenges. Okay, your influences is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a leader. He's very strong, communicator, extreme confidence, very enchanting, extremely intense. The Ace of Cups being your obstacle, it's possible that you're not ready for new love. It's possible that you haven't healed from these past situations at all, and that the obstacle is the fact that this new love that came into your life, suddenly you're like, oh gosh, I was not expecting this. I don't know what to do. That could be how this is an obstacle for you, Scorpio. Absolutely. Absolutely. It could be that when this came along, you really weren't expecting that. You just probably figured it was just, you know, like any other person you may have like grabbed dinner with or whatever, that, you know, there was not going to be a connection. You probably didn't expect that at all. So then when all of a sudden you realize what you found, you're like, uh-oh, now what do I do? Because I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't prepared for this. The Ace of Cups is really wonderful. For it to be a challenge, that's kind of sad, Scorpio. The influence that will help you with that is the fact that you and this other person are very likely very enchanting. My feeling here, what I'm feeling, is that the other person is so enchanting, so strong, so intense, filled with so much confidence that while that also doesn't help the obstacle, it actually can help the obstacle. So it may create the obstacle even more, but then it can help you get beyond it because they help you to find that in you. Okay, let's see about where... This is cute. Okay, this does not help give you any direction, Scorpio. I'm just gonna like throw that out there. So this card is for when, where, and how will you meet the love interest. And we get the Magician, manifestation. They may have been working to manifest somebody like you in their life. And so you're going to have this very unusual situation in which, you know, it's almost as if God, the universe, whatever your higher power is to you, and your angels, spirit guides, whomever, have been working to bring the two of you together. And that's where we have manifestation. So it's very hard for me to say how you're going to meet them, where you're going to meet them, or when you're going to meet them, because it's all a big mystery. It's not something that is being shown to you right now. But it's something that you've been working on manifesting. They've been working on manifesting. You've been, whether it's been in your thoughts or in your actions, This is a person that you have been wanting in your life, and vice versa. You both have. You both have been working to bring somebody like each other into your life, and that's why we've got manifestation here. So how you meet, when you meet, and where you meet will be unique to your circumstances. Unfortunately, I cannot give you direction. But it is important that you're able to release and heal the past in order for you to move forward. Because I think that what we have happening is that aspects of your past, although when you're with them you feel like it's not an issue, when you're apart from them, it's blocking you from moving towards them in a loving manner. Now, Scorpio has a tendency to move very slowly and cautiously towards romance, but when they are committed, they are very committed. It takes a while for them to get to a point where they are feeling comfortable enough to be committed to somebody, but they see it, they feel it, and they move towards it. So that might be you, Scorpio. You might be in that period where you're going, oh, I'm just not too sure, when you meet this person. Okay, so whenever that is, whenever you meet this person, you may be in a position where you're just like not really too sure about it. It might kind of scare you, and you might be looking at circumstances from your past. So it's important that you work on this now. You work on healing issues and releasing issues from the past, because you can't bring that into the future. If you bring that into the future, it's going to block you. And this is something that you've been working on bringing into your life. This is a person you've been working on bringing into your life. So work on you, Scorpio. Get past that, and it'll help you in the future. I hope that that's of help to somebody. And you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. See you soon.